Hello everyone, I'm Dr. RMD, pediatric resident at PGIME at Dr. RML Hospital, New Delhi, and this is today's topic. Last 1 month to NEET PG and what do we need to discuss. So coming straight to the point, this will be the points that we'll be covering in our today's discussion. So it is always said that time changes everything, but I am a great fan of Dr. House for this quote, doing things changes things, or else things will remain same as it is. So in this last 1 month, you should inculcate certain things in your NEET PG preparation, which will definitely make a difference in your NEET PG result, or else your result is not going to change, it will go on to decrease because this is a competitive exam. Others will inculcate these things and they'll get a better rank compared to you. So the first question that I get asked in these days, in the last few days, is GT scores are not improving. My GT scores are around 110, 120, 140. How to improve more than this? Okay. So the first question that you need to ask yourself is, does it matter? Does it matter? Do GT scores at this point of time really matter? Till now it matters. Why? Because GT is a learning tool. It will help you stay motivated. Like for example, in a GT, if you get 90, in after 2 or 3 GTs you are getting 100. That means that you are progressing. Okay, 110, you are progressing. Okay, but at this point of time it doesn't really matter because this is the graph of GT. Okay, so when does your GT score improve? Your GT scores improves once you have crossed this plateau phase. Okay, detail regarding this I have explained in some other video. Okay, so I'll tell you shortly. Most of you are at this phase, somewhere around here, where your GT scores have come out of plateau phase, but it has not shown any visible difference so far. So what you guys are thinking? You guys are thinking that I am still at this phase. Okay, now what happens is you have only 1 month left, and in 1 month revision makes all the difference. Now to take you from this plateau phase to the progressive phase, you need revision, and revision will exactly do the same. So now what will happen is, if you focus on your GT score, the downside of this is that you will be thinking like, okay, I'm getting 110 only, I'm stuck at 120 only. So when will I get 130? Will I get a good rank? Will I get a good NEET PG rank? What if I don't get a rank? So when you think like this, psychologically you will be very much disadvantaged. Okay, so psychologically you won't be able to tackle exam at all. So what happens is, even though you are going to be in a good position if you give good revision and if you have a good mindset that you are going to get a good rank, but you will be still in the same mindset. Okay, you will be, your GT scores and your actual exam rank will actually come down. So there is no point in thinking about GT scores right now. In my case also same thing happened. My NEET mock score was around 155 and I landed up around 161 correct answers in my NEET PG exam. So I also knew that 155 was less, I couldn't get a good rank, but again I got a rank with less than 1000 because I didn't focus on my GT score being less. I focused on revision more than the GT scores. So only one thing that will help your GT scores, okay, the only one thing that GT scores will help you is to decide which source of revision to use. Okay, this is a consolidated table that I have made. Okay, so if your last GT score, last 2 or 3 GT score is consistently below 100, in next 1 month you should be doing PYQs, PYTs, revision videos or notes. Okay, these are the things that you need to do. If your rank is between 100 to 120, you need to do pearls of previous year topics. Okay, not previous year topics itself, because you already know, that's why you have come till 120. Above that you need to do pearl so that you get a revision of previous year topics, or BTR, any one of this is fine, and important topics from main notes, that is essential, or else you won't go above 120. If you keep on revising PYTs again and again, you won't go above 120. 120 to 140 notes revision anyways you'll have to do, and you have to focus on important thing, plus do pearls. I'll say in my next few slides how to use pearls effectively. Okay, if you're in 140 to 160 range, good news that you are on right track. Now what you have to do is try to finish all your bookmark pearls, plus also go through your GT mistakes. Okay, that will tell you what topics you have not covered, and try to revise notes as much as possible. Okay, that will give you an edge, that will make you get marks above 160. And what about more than 160? You're already in safe zone. Just revise according to your plan, nothing else is needed. So this is a consolidated table which shows you at what GT score currently, what revision tactic you should apply. And how is this based on? This is based on following thing. Okay, so this black circle which you see are the 200 questions that are being asked in NEET PG exam. Okay, and this white thing that you see here, these are that 10% of the questions which are not in any coaching platform. Okay, so there are around 10 to 15 questions in every exam which are not there in QBank or notes of any question, any coaching platform. Okay, so what is this innermost circle? These are around 100 questions. Okay, around 80 to 100 questions, that is around 30 to 40%. Okay, which will come from previous year topics plus PYQs. So if you have mastered this, then you will go to the next outer zone. Okay, the outer zone is this thing, is actually important topics from your notes, main notes. Okay, important topic from your main notes plus revision notes. If you have done this along with this, you will get around 140. Okay, here you will get, this is main notes. Okay, if you read whole main notes, you can go up to 180. That is the maximum possible in NEET PG exams. Okay, so this is the step up ladder, this is the pyramid. Okay, this is the type of pyramid that you are expecting in NEET PG. So thing is, now in last 1 month of revision, what most of you commit mistake is, you will try to solve, if you are like, see what is, if you go through all of this, which is the easiest source and which source will give you highest number of questions, that is the previous year topics and previous year questions. If you are only thorough with this, then you need to go to the next step, that is revision notes or important topics from main notes. Then only you will go to main notes. Okay, this is a stepwise pattern that you need to go. If you directly at this last moment of time, if you go through main notes or if you go through a new source which you don't have any idea about, you're gone, you're out of the race. Got my point? So I addressed this issue in the beginning because this was the most frequently asked question. Repeatedly this was asked in my last live session. I had conducted an open live session which was open to all last week. So in that, this was the most commonly asked question. So I thought to address this now itself. Okay, so this is the consolidated list and these are the things that you need to focus now. Okay, so next, what GT rank? Okay, this was also one more question that I got frequently. What GT rank guarantees me a NEET PG seat? Means above this NEET PG, GT correct responses, what is that particular golden score above which I'll get a NEET PG rank? So actually that depends on two factors. Okay, so that depends on reservation, one, and second thing is how you perform on exam day. That is because you might have read everything, you might have read every corner of your notes, but if your mindset is not proper on the day of exam, if you have not slept well on the previous night of the exam, or if you have not revised completely in the last 1 week of exam, or you have not revised properly in this last 1 month of exam, then your GT score will not guarantee you a NEET PG rank. So the thing that you need to understand right now, this you should have understood before itself, okay, not now, you should need to know is that your target is not NEET PG rank. You might call me a madman because I'm telling all these things, but if you think it thoroughly, it is not about NEET PG rank that you're concerned about. Rank may be anything. It is just the aura of coaching platforms, the vision that they have created in your minds that you need to get a very good NEET PG rank, only then you'll get to sit. That is completely wrong. So you're studying for this NEET PG not to get a rank. Your main target is your seat of your choice. Okay, so even though I say 5000 rank or maybe you get like 150 score or 140 score, still you have a chance. So don't lose your hope right now. Okay, so your GT rank tells you nothing regarding your NEET PG seat. So next, this commonly asked question, how to revise? So now you have studied everything for your preparation phase and then you have revised something from your notes also. I'm sure some of you might have finished first reading also by now. After INICET, you will be giving your NEET PG second revision. Okay, so the deadliest approach, the wrong approach which most students choose is going from A to B, B to C, C to D. Okay, means from page number 1 they'll go to page number 2, 3, okay, and then they'll go to the last page. But believe me, by the time you reach page number 100, you will be out of track. You will be leaving that subject, you will be in some other subject. Okay, so this is wrong approach. Only if you're a topper or you want to get a rank within 100, only then follow this approach, because this approach will definitely give high returns, but at what cost? Okay, what cost? And do you really have the ability to assimilate that much of information? If yes, then you can go ahead with it. If no, then use smart approach. So it is never about perfection in NEET PG. It is always about prioritization. I always give this. Okay, this is like my trademark in NEET PG guidance. It is not perfection, it is prioritization. So the next question you will ask me is, what is prioritization and how to prioritize during revision? So I'll ask you one simple question. These three are the photos of Marron notes which I used long back. Okay, so if I tell you, this is from Marrow Notes Pediatrics, okay, this is page number 1, okay, this is somewhere in between, maybe some page number 50, okay, I am not sure, and this is somewhere page number some 200 maybe, okay, I don't know what page it is, okay. So these are 3 random topics, and I ask you, you are now going to revise for your exam, okay, NEET PG exam, which topic will you start with? So most of the students, where you make mistake is you start from page number 1, that is you start from normal newborn, which is the greatest mistake that you commit, because you are going towards perfection. Somewhere in your mind you have a thought that you are going to complete everything, you are going to complete 100%, which is never possible. So the safest route is always to cover those topics from which 100% questions will definitely come, and out of these 3 topics, the most common topic from which repeated questions are asked, and that is infection. No matter the topic is simple, no matter the topic is very silly, still that topic will be repeatedly asked, and if you commit that mistake in the exam, then that is a crime, okay, you are going to lose NEET PG rank, okay. So some of you also might think that since vitamin minerals, this is an easy topic, it's a small topic I can cover, so I'll get more confidence by reading small topic. Again, you're wrong, okay. Many small topics like pediatric rheumatology, pediatric nephrology have zero importance, not at all important. Hardly one question is going to be asked, okay, not more than that. But you see in infection, every year 3 or 4 questions are definitely being asked. So now you will ask me, where will I get the the list of important topics, like how to know which topic to study first and which topic to study second? I have done that for you. You can thank me later in the comment section. So this is the priority list subject wise. For example, in biochem, first you will be going through vitamins, mineral, porphyry, then you will be going to carbs, lipids, proteins, and then genetic. This will be the order that you follow, okay. In surgery, you will be going to general surgery, thoracic, upper GIT, you will go like this, because you see in general surgery, LGIT, lower GIT and endocrine are the least asked topics, except there are 1 or 2 topics which are frequently asked, okay. Similarly, in ortho, you will see lower limb injuries, sport injuries are very less asked, but basics, infection, tumor are most commonly asked. So that means if you prioritize these topics in the beginning itself, that means that you are giving more attention to these topics. No matter you waste more time in these topics, definitely you are going to get more output in return. So this is the list for pathology, this is the list for this is for micro, okay, this is for dermat, OBG, pharmac. You can take screenshot of this. Also, I won't be uploading this in Telegram group because of copyright issues. Second, this is PSM, micro, opthal, and this is for ENT, okay. So this is for anatomy, physiology, this is for anesthesia, this is for radio, this is for FMT, this is for psychiatry. Kindly take screenshot of these things, okay. So you have to go for your revision through these topics. Now, which subject, how much time to allot, which topic to study when, that also I have included in my later part of this video. So this is for medicine, okay. So study only these topics, like these are the must study topics, and by now you would have studied once already. I had released a video also on this, on how to study medicine. So now next question is, I have told you what to revise, I have told you how to revise. Next, what is a technique to revise, what is a correct technique how you revise? This is, I'm addressing this question because most of the people come to me, they tell me that, sir, revising is so difficult because I have not made any concise notes. I have sometimes they come to me telling that I have made concise notes, like I have underlined or highlighted, but now I have to study everything. So I'll tell you how to study. See, this is the same image which I had asked projected earlier on, okay. So what to revise, when you revise, how to revise, okay. I'll tell you how to revise, okay. See this, what traditionally you revise is like this: clinical manifestations, measles, prodromal phase, complex fever, 3 C's are there, cough, coryza, conjunctivitis. On day 2, complex spot appear, sand-like lesions are surrounded by redness. So you go like this, you go line by line everything till the end, okay. So it will take a lot of time and it is not at all necessary. So how exactly you should revise? You should revise like this, okay. Say measles, prodromal phase is there, and then on day 2, complex spots. On day 4, maculopapular rash. These are the only 2 important things in the first paragraph. Next, acute complication of measles is otitis media, pneumonia. It is also known as H pneumonia. In chronic, SSP, which has myoclonic seizures. Done. Hardly it takes 15 to 30 seconds to read this. But if you are going line to line, it is the problem is not with you. The problem is with the education system, because since you are there in your school, since your school days, you are taught to go line by line. Okay, that is for the first reading, it's okay. But for revision and all, you don't have to go line to line. What I did here is I just went through this red things, whichever is marked in red and whichever is marked in green. Only those are the important. Marrow has given everything to you. Your coaching platforms have edited, they have highlighted, they have marked everything and and given to you. So what is the problem? Why are you going line to line? Why are you so afraid that something is left out? What will happen? Okay, anyways, you are reading custom modules, you are reading, you have gone through PYQs, you have gone through PYTs, you are going through pearls also, and then you are revising. So even if you leave some simple things also, it's fine, no? It's not like, and even in the exam, if something comes, like who will ask you question like on fever, who will ask you questions on cough, courage, conjunctivitis, who will ask you question on like behind the ears first spreads down, and then who will ask you question like caused by measles virus, less common. Who is going to ask you all this? No, you just need to imprint certain important lines, certain important terms in your brain regarding measles. Got my point? Okay, this is how you need to revise. Now next question which I got frequently regarding the prior preparation phase that I had given, that is I had allotted few days for pediatrics, but I'm not able to study pediatrics completely. I have still portions left. So this is a common problem which students encounter. So this is a trick you need to go ahead with this. Okay, like for example pediatrics, let's say neonatology has around 30 pages in your maybe main notes. Okay, and 30 pages will be there. Okay, so now suppose you are allotting 3 hours for neonatology. Okay, how much hours are allotted I have told in the later part of this video. Okay, so 3 hours means 180 minutes in this, excluding breaks. If you use Pomodoro technique, there will be at least 30 minutes of break. So you will get effective 150 minutes. Divide that by the total number of pages that you have. So that means you will get around 5 minutes for each page. That means in 1 minute you should do 5 pages. Now the problem is you won't know when 5 minutes are done. So what will happen is sometimes you will be there for 10 minutes in the same page, and then you will be wandering in your thoughts and all, and then you will forget like what you had studied earlier also, and then you are out of the track. So what I do to when I study is I use this app that is known as interval timer. It is available on Play Store. Okay, and I'm not sponsored by any apps. Okay, let me make it clear. So this is actually ideally used for exercises. Okay, for different reps during exercising. So I used it for study purpose. Okay, so you need to put sets, like how many sets, and keep timer of whatever you like. Suppose you each page you'll have to give 2 minutes. That means here it will be 2 minutes and here it will be 2 minutes. If you want to do for 5 minutes per page, then 5 and 5. So at every end of every 5 minutes it will give an alarm, like it will give a sound. Okay, at end of every 5 minutes. So you know by that time you should be done with this page and you should go to the next page. This will definitely ensure that you are going to complete entire 30 pages on time. Now second, what will happen is you have mobile near you. Now with mobile there will be definitely distraction. Some message will come, you will open it. India Pakistan war is going on, some update has come on Twitter, you will open it. So how to prevent this? There is one more app for this, that is Detox Log, and I found this app to be much better compared to other apps. Again, I'm not promoting any app. Okay, so this app will block you from every other app. Okay, so you won't be able to open your phone at all. So if you keep set this timer like for 2 hours you won't be able to touch your mobile. So now there is no excuse. I have given solution to every problem that you are going to face. So one more question that everyone has is, suppose there is a topic like for example renal tubular acidosis, which has so many concepts to understand. You won't be able to understand just by reading notes or revision notes. So what to do in that case? So in that case, what you need to do is I had just opened ChatGPT at the later part of your preparation, like 2 hours you had focused totally on your studies. Okay, you had no distractions, and just you noted whatever you didn't understand, and at the end of 2 hours you just open your mobile, enter in ChatGPT, kindly explain renal tubular acidosis comprehensively within 2 minutes for NEET PG. When you give this prompt, I have explained in this video like how you give prompt for ChatGPT, and then it will automatically tell you like it will explain very easily. It will tell you the key points what you need to focus on, and it will give you MCQs also to solve. Got my point? It is as simple as that. Next important question is how to use pearls. So you don't have to use all pearls. By now you would have known that whenever you are giving GT, you would have bookmarked important pearls, especially the star bookmark pearls. Like for example, this is my pearls from my Marrow app, which I was using for psychiatry, and in this I had bookmarked only 11 pearls out of psychiatry, which I found are very important, which were very important from the point that they were PYQs and PYTs, and also that I was repeatedly making mistake in these topics and they were repeatedly getting asked in GTs also. So like topics like symptoms of schizophrenia, EPS of antipsychotics, extrapyramidal side effects of antipsychotic, again patterns of mood disorders. So these are the most important topics which I have already bookmarked. So now is the time, those people who are above 120 and who are above 140, okay, up to 160, now is your time. go back daily, dedicate some hours, few hours of the day, or like maybe 30 minutes, or whenever you're studying that subject, go through pearls, because these pearls will be an effective way for you for revision. Okay, rather than reading entire notes, you can just go through these pearls for revision. Also, for those people who can't revise everything, like for example, let's say CVS or pharmacology, you don't have time to revise today, you need to finish it within next like 15 minutes. So what you do, just open pearl, go to the CVS part, okay, and then you see which are the important pearls. Now by now you know which questions are important, so now you just go through those pearls so that your revision is done very quickly. Okay, so that is how you go ahead and use pearls. Next, very frequently asked question, which tags to use for custom modules. If your GT scores are less than 120, then you should only use recent NEET and AIMS tag, okay, nothing other than that. If you're more than 120, then in addition to this, you can also use slides for pathology, okay, problems for PSM, pharmac and physio, image based questions for micro, anat, radio. Recent updates you definitely have to use, okay, instruments also you have to use, and clinical questions, if you run out of questions, you can use these also. Okay, how many custom modules? 2 custom modules of 40 questions each and 42 minutes. All this schedule I have given in the later part of this video. So coming to the timetable, this is the most sought out question even in my last live session. Many people were asking me to do a revision timetable, so yes, I have done this. Okay, so you will start on May 18, that is one day after inicet. Okay, so from here till June 7th, okay, you have total 20 days. These 20 days will be your second revision. Okay, and these 6 days will be your third revision. That is a final revision. Okay, so what to study in these days? Let's see. For example, on 18th, okay, this is the first day, you'll be starting with dermat, these 2 topics. See, lot of thought goes into making this timetable, because I have to give more time to topics that are high yield and less time to topics that are low yield, and also I have to divide slots also. Okay, so there are total 6 slots based on these timings, 7:30 to 8:30, 9 a.m. to 10:45. so all these are slots. Okay, you can modify this a bit, but try not to change this topic as such, because these topics are based on the priority and based on the high yielding topics. Okay, so high yielding and low yielding I have arranged according to that. So try not to alter this. Take a screenshot of this, because I won't be uploading again this on Telegram. I won't be uploading. Okay, so this is the second part, okay, from 21st May to 23rd May. This is the third part, 24th May to 26th May. This is the fourth part, 27th May to 29th May. This is the fifth part, 30th May to 1st of June. Here there is a pending topic, that is buffer zone, and from 2nd June to 4th June, this is the last part. This is the 6th part. Okay, here weak subject 1, that is CM means custom modules. Okay, so custom modules, weak subject 2, weak subject 3 means whichever subject you are weak in, that custom module you need to solve in this 1.5 hour. Okay, so this is the 7th part. Okay, and here you will be giving your GT or mock test, so don't worry about this, you just give GT and then you forget. Okay, it is not going to impact your NEET PG score. Next, pending topics. Last day is for some pending topics like instruments, which are very important. Image bank, which you would have, image bank is for mainly for radio, for anatomy and for micro. Okay, so for bookmark pearls, GT mistakes, okay, and pending topics, or you can take a rest, because from 8th June till 13th June we'll be going towards the last revision phase. So we have come towards the end of this academic year. Okay, that is NEET PG is going to be on June 15th. So there are some moments in your life that can change the direction of your life entirely. Okay, and believe me, this is one such moment. Okay, this last 1 month is one such moment. Even if you're burnt out, or even if you are not feeling like giving this, even if you have lost hope, but still give something, because I have seen miracles happening. I have seen people who have got ranks like 30,000 and 35,000 still getting a good clinical seat in top colleges. Not just because they were lucky, there were other factors also, but they got lucky. They got extremely lucky. Then if I had asked the same person the 1 month before their exam, like what was your thoughts, the same person would have thought that there is no much hope. I don't think, I am just giving this because I want to give, or he will be like, I'm just preparing this so that I'll get a better score than right now. Okay, So if you have this mentality that if you're going to prepare because you want to be better self of yourself than if you don't prepare, that mindset exactly will land you up in something greater with virtue of luck. So luck will favor those who are ready to work hard and work smart. So that's why this one decision what you take today in this last 1 month can totally change the direction. Even if your GT score is 110, tomorrow you will come and tell me that, sir, I have got a seat in this college, I had not even dreamt of it. Okay, so the real ball game is counseling. Okay, it's totally a different game, totally different. So it with regard to counseling, we'll be worrying after NEET PG 2025, but till that, whatever you try today, even a small effort, even a small change from your side, even something which you think doesn't matter, actually matters a lot in the long run. And you won't regret this my statement. You will be thanking me later on, because last year same thing happened, before this also same thing happened. So people come back to me and they tell me that, so your few words changed my life altogether. And today they are at different position. Okay, so few people who had approached me, and I just guided them, telling that yes, you need to go ahead. I just motivated them, because most of the times it is not about tactics, or it is not about strategy. The final thing is psychology. Okay, if you have a positive mindset, you believe you can do anything and you will do everything. Okay, so most of the times what you need is a helping hand. What you need is a person who tells you that everything is going to be okay. You just need to focus, because you already are good at it. It's just you don't know yourself well, that you need to ask help from others. Okay, so if you feel like that, then you will definitely have this mentorship sessions which I conduct every month. Okay, there are 3 to 4 sessions, and tomorrow there is one more session that is on 13th May. So if you feel that you need any sort of help, or you want to talk to me, you can just enroll in that mentorship sessions. So, or else you can also contact me via Telegram, where I'm available. But because of my upcoming MD exams, I won't be focused much on answering all the queries, but I'll try to answer to my best. Okay, so all the best for upcoming NEET PG. I'll be also having one more video session on the last 1 week of preparation. Okay, till then, all the best, and don't give up, because this last month is going to matter a lot. Mark my words. Thank you.